Do you have a wristband? You don't have a wristband. You can't get in. You can't get in. You don't have a wristband.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome to Shay's World. I am your girl, Shay, and today we are back talking Big Brother. It is the end of week one
Whoop.
of Big
Big
Brother.
brother. Sorry.
And with me, I have my lovely co host. I don't know what side he's on. I have my lovely co host.
Your boy Malik and the ones and zeros.
And the ones and zeros. All
Indeed.
right, so boom. I guess let's just really jump straight into it. Honestly, guys, episode 1 and 2 were repeats of each other. They were the exact same thing, give or take the competitions and the upgrade and downgrade competitions and the cast members. So all of the juicy stuff is really in episode 3. And to take it a step further, really the juicy stuff is Big Brother After Dark, days 4 through tonight. But before I bring any Big Brother After Dark, I'm gonna wait and see how they do the editing this week with it and see what they show, what they don't show. And then next week when we do our recap, I'll be watching Big Brother After Dark to get, the full scope, so we can really get what we're missing because they can only show so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot that After Dark was a thing. And I know
Hmm.
that they have like live footage and stuff, so like if you really invested in it, you can like stalk the
Well,
players.
that's really where everything has been going down
And
on Big
what?
Brother After Dark. Well, so
So
far,
is that what
everything.
Big Brother After Dark is, or is it like Drag Race Untucked, where it's like
No.
uh,
So Big Brother After Dark is just the feeds turn on and I think it's from 8 to 12 or like 7 p.m. to like 12. So it really just captures everything that goes on in the house. For
mm,
this week in particular, once they turned on the feeds, of course, we didn't get the HOH competitions or nominations shown to us on till Saturday. I've been knowing about the nominations, who won the head of household and everything since I think maybe Friday or Saturday morning. So when you get the episode on Wednesday, which will be the veto and all of that, think I don't even know if those aren't even live. So it'll be everything we see on Wednesday will be a compilation of everything that's happened since they turned off the cameras after the nomination ceremony. So I don't know if we'll get all of the arguments and everything that has happened. They will be a fool to not have given us the
yeah,
explosive ass arguments that have happened in the house and all of the backdoor plans and alliances that have been formed. So that's why I said I'm not going to spill it right now because then I hate for next week I being told everything that's going to be on the episode. So I'm going to see how they edit them first and then I'll come back. But yeah. That's
okay,
really if you want to get like the full Big Brother experience because you really only
right.
get so much in the edits, then you will watch Big Brother After Dark. But again, let's keep in mind these people don't go to sleep till 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Production wakes them up at 6 o'clock in the morning. They have had like no sleep so far in this
Production wakes them
household.
up.
Hmm. They had to get
Oh, I thought they'd be
up. I
sleeping
think it was
until
like day
like
5.
8, 9.
Day 4 or 5. They had to get up at 6 o'clock for like a swimsuit suit or something like that. They have to get up and do like B rolls and different things like that. Hmm. So yeah, yeah. Well, at least that's so far they've
That's
been
what.
getting
Now I
been
see why
doing
they
that
be in the bed the entire time. I did not know
throughout the
that.
day after competition and stuff. Yeah, they be tired. Um. So yeah, episode 1, guys. Let's just jump around in it. These are the contestants that are. These are the 8 players that are going to enter the house first. So we have Rubina, Chelsea, Angela, and Joseph on the front row. And then on the back row, we have Tucker, Chemo, Cam, and Mackenzie. So these are the ones that are going in the house first. So let me see. How can I make this a quick follow through? And so for those of you who hadn't watched Big Brother or hadn't had a chance to watch it yet, they go into the house and they get to look around the rooms, and then Julie tells them to go into the backyard. So in the backyard, they are set up at these puzzle pieces. Well, in these boxes, they're in four boxes stacked on top of each other, so all eight. And they're going to play a game. Well, they have a decision to make, and they meet Ainsley.
Wait.
What? What am I missing? They don't do anything in
How
the
many
house.
people is it altogether?
It's 16.
Wow. Why did it feel like more people?
It's 16.
This is a really small season. Okay, my bad. I thought there
Mm-mm.
was like, I don't know. I just thought there was like a whole nother group. I was like, wait. Okay, my bad. My
Okay,
bad.
so they have to stand on these boxes. I mean, they're in these boxes, and Ainsley appears on the screen. And then they have to vote. She really wants to get into the house. She says, I could be a really good asset to you if you vote me in. If you don't, you may regret it. These these are the things that she said before they made their vote.
If you was up there, what would you have voted for, dear Ainsley?
I
Ainsley,
would have voted yes for Ainsley.
I think I would have too, but not because I want her in the house. I would just be like, I feel like I would have a gut feeling because listening to her, I was like, why do I feel like she's gonna be in the house anyway, or is somehow she's gonna know that I voted no? So I was like, I would just have to vote yes, just because I would have that small feeling that I wouldn't have a choice anyway. I need to be on. I keep saying I need to be on this show. Okay, I'm gonna apply. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna
You
do the thing
should. You should.
because I would just really rock this.
So,
And I
Cam,
would have won that.
who
Well,
is
never mind.
this? Cam, Tucker, Chemo, and Chelsea vote no. And then we have Angela, Rubina, Joseph, and Mackenzie. They all vote yes. Okay. So, but I think, and I can't remember, correct me, please. Feel free to jump in and correct me. I can't remember if she reveals. Oh, okay. So yes, after they reveal their votes or whatever, Ainsley lets them know, too bad, you guys didn't vote me in the house because Julie said she
Snatches
needed
her
5 votes.
wig, rips her dress off,
Hmm.
peels her face off, and she's like, "I'm a bot. I'm a
Surprise.
robot.
Yes.
I am the artificial intelligence network security envy. Yes."
Yeah, she gave out. She is this season's Big Brother AI twist, so she will be a part of the game. She will be um, kind of controlling the game in a sense, if you will, with all of her different twists and turns, and we'll get there. So yeah, that's the first competition that we get for the season. The players don't know, what the twist is going to be, but just you wait. It doesn't take long before they find out they're going to be in a different competition, and those who voted yes will have an opportunity to upgrade their game, and those who voted no, they will play against each other in a competition, and whoever loses will have their game severely downgraded. So many games and twists. I'm like, how many twists? At this point, I think we're probably about 15 minutes in the episode. And I'm like, how many freaking twists are we going to have this season?
Girl, it's Big Brother.
Right? Because the twists do not stop here, y'all. The twists do
Okay.
not stop here.
The twist
So
don't stop till they say, "Here you go, you
here's the check.
won."
At this point, is how I'm feeling. So the ones who voted yes, their competition is they are going to sit on in this little chair, as you can see, and it is going to spin. And when I say spin, I mean spin. And on these screens will be color sequences, and they
You
have to
spin
remember
money
the
right on
sequences.
me.
Once it stopped, they have to tap these buttons that you see in the order of the sequence. Okay. So I've already told you the four people who voted yes. I will go ahead and let you know that the young lady you see on the screen, Miss McKenzie, she wins this round for the yeses, and then for the no's. Their competition was a little different. So they had to ultimately stick their head in boxes. Well, you can see those are words. It was like a word scramble. They stick their head in these boxes. There's creatures in these boxes, i.e., snakes, spiders, a couple other things.
Oh my!
And look at the word. Look at figure out what the word is. Go grab the word, put it on the box. But in the end, you have to plug up that plug right there. You have to put it in the wall and then hit the buzzer.
Put the plug in the wall. How do you think you would have done in either of these challenges?
I'd have freaked out in this challenge and I'd have been too dizzy to remember in the first one. Period.
Yeah, that first one was really hard. I think that first one I would have tried my best. Somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody, I think it was
Made a
maybe
sequence.
Chemo was like saying the yeah, like saying it out loud. That would have been my
Hmm.
strategy, like saying it out loud. And in this one, I don't remember who it was, but they were like looking at the letters, like they were like saying like three, four letters, and then like get. That's what I was doing. I was like,
Hmm.
if I see like two D's, I know it's dread. If I see an X and an A, the first thing I think is anxiety. So I think I would
Yeah, I
have
felt
gotten
like
either of
these words
these.
were actually very, very easy to unscramble.
Yeah,
So if I could have gotten over the fear portion of it, I could have excelled in this one. But okay, here's the kicker. The first box I'd have been very anxious because I don't know how that was. But after I put my head up there and actually seeing that okay, there is something covering, I probably would
protection.
have yeah. So my time delay would have been getting the courage to go into the first box. Cause you know how you can run, you'll run if you when you scared, you run over and you,
Like,
oh, yeah, that would have been me. But then once I got up there and seen it, then it's been like, ah, bitch, get on, you can do this.
right. It's like whoop. Okay, whoop. All right.
So, so needless to say, Chelsea, I specifically put the picture up there of the plug and the socket because my girl Chelsea loses this competition because she gets all of her words, pretty much flies through her words, actually, kind of, sort of buzzes in, but forgets to plug in the thing. So she went back and checked two boxes to make sure her words were right before she figured out that it was the plug. I was like, I was rooting for you, girl.
We were rooting for you, Chelsea. It
What can you
is what
say,
it
huh?
is. What
What
can you
can you
say?
say? What can
SMH.
you say? So ultimately, that was the first episode.
That was
Literally.
it?
After that competition, they don't find out. I don't think they don't find out who was upgraded, and I don't think they found out. No, they don't find out anything. Julie just tells them, "I'll see you tomorrow, house guests." Like that was
Hmm.
it.
Wow.
So that was the end of episode one. So episode two, you know, we right back to where we left off with the remaining eight cast members. So we have Quinn, Lisa, Caleb, Leah on the front row. Takor, um, hold on,
Matt.
Matt, Brooklyn, and Kenny. Wait, I thought I said Matt was on the first one.
In the first row is
That was
Quinn,
Tucker. No, I meant
Lisa,
on the first
Tucker.
cast. So
Oh,
my
yeah, you
bad.
said
Anyway.
Tucker.
Okay, so I did say Tucker. Cool. All right, so this is the second cast and group of people that are going to go into the house. It is going, like I said, it is pretty much the same standard game. They get into the house. Julie calls them outside. They meet Ainsley. They are going to place a vote. And with this particular cast, I want to say, okay, we had so in this
It
cast,
is
there were
now
only
being
two
done.
yeses, and that was Leah and Quinn. Leah and Quinn are the only two nice ones out of this whole group. The rest of them
I
said,
see it.
hell no.
I see it. I see it.
Oh my gosh, that is insane. That is insane. So their games are a little different, however. So for the yes people, well, okay, so they're still moving, except instead of them being spent in a circle, the room itself is kind of like moving from side to side a little bit, but they have to get these little chips from the far end of the room and then put them in those red plug sockets. All it seems like a lot of the games are going to be kind of like AI generated this season or something to do technology wise. I'm kind of for it a little because these actually kind of wimpy
Yeah,
games, but they're good. If
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
yeah, I don't. I like the theme of it. Big Brother is really good with having a particular theme for every season.
Mhm.
So I see it, and it's pretty clear to me.
Okay. All right. So that's for the yeses. Needless to say, Quinn takes home the yes. Yep. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And then the no's have to use these orange discs. They cannot use their hands. They can use their face, they can use their shoulder and part of their arm. To they have put the little disc in this little slot where you see it's like outlined and use their face, like I said, and get the disc into said 1, 2, and 3 slot. It's timed
They
game.
could have used their shoulder or their arm.
They can use their shoulder and a little like this part of their arm, but they cannot use their hand. Yeah, like this.
So why were
A
they
little.
using their face?
I think
I feel
everybody that
like
got on there thought the face was the easiest thing. Lisa was the first person to start using her shoulder, and it's because hers slipped, but she still
uh,
lost. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
this
she
was a
didn't
really
lose,
bad.
but she didn't win.
Well, this was a really hard challenge. This is very extremely hard.
It was. This
Um,
one was harder than
actually,
the others.
the hardest one. Yeah, this was the hardest one. Yeah, I would not have wanted to do this. The other one, the other no was easy. Was way easier than that. But what was the other yes challenge? What was this
The
yes
other
challenge?
this yes challenge was them in the little room, and the room was
Oh,
rotating with the plugs.
I would not have wanted that either.
Yeah, no. Um, because I think it was Quinn was getting knocked around
Oh
in
my
there.
god,
So
bad.
so for episode the second set of house guests, we have Quinn that won the upgrade, and Cedric, my boy Cedric, he gets the downgrade. So now here comes the fun part.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like, so now I have a question because I have a question. Well, I don't
Please.
really have a question, but it's like Cedric. I don't think Cedric would have gotten that placement if he wasn't. I mean, I don't think Cedric would have gotten that downgrade if he wasn't the last person to go. So it was like, I don't know. It
Well, he
just
was the
seemed a
last
little
person to
unfair.
go, but he also dropped a chip in the wrong spot. So he did one, he put a chip in one, then he put a second chip in one, then he had to go to two.
Oh, he double dropped.
He double
Oh,
dropped.
never
He
mind. I
dropped when he
tried.
was on his way to his second one, he dropped in the first one.
I tried. I really did.
It's okay. It's okay. I like Cedric too, so I'm kind of like, sir,
But
I'm
it's
rooting for
also
you.
like they just were all passing the downgrade down. Like everybody was maxing out. That's what I'm getting at. Everybody was maxing out. So it's like,
Mhm.
how would y'all have made that a little bit more fair so that the last person isn't the one that just gets stuck with it, with the Monwan hat, if you will.
I don't know. So that's episode 2, guys. I mean, it was literally a repeat of episode 1. So now all of the house
And
guests
everybody
have.
meets.
Hmm.
I said, and then everybody meets.
And then everybody meets. Exactly. So episode 3 opens up with, of course, Julie telling them goodbye. So now all of the house guests are in the house. They meet each other. And then Ainsley comes back in, and she do lets them know that the two people that got the downgrade, she let them everybody know that the two people with the downgrade are going to be Chelsea and Cedric. And for, I believe it's up to 4 weeks. I have to be sure, or it could just be the first week. They are the mascots, so they'll be mascots. They cannot compete in the HOH competition, nor can they compete in the veto competition.
I'm pretty sure it's just the first week.
I hope it's just the first week. But I said that because the upgrade power lasts for 4 weeks. They have up to 4 weeks to use their upgrade powers. So I didn't know
I think
if
that just
for them
I think that just gives them power. I mean, gives them time to use the power wisely.
okay
Both of them.
versus the downgraded portion.
Yeah, the downgrade is
Oh,
basically
and they don't have a vote. They don't have a vote. That's the thing.
so
That's
they're
the
just
big thing.
existing. They're just
They're
ghosts.
just existing in the house, and they can be nominated. They can be
So
nominated.
they're not existing. They're in
I keep
purgatory.
listen. I keep adding on shit that they have lost with this
You know
downgrade
the gunshot back, the gunshot sounds like boom,
sounds.
boom,
It was like
boom.
back to back to back. So yeah, the people who have the upgrade, they will go and find out in secret, if they've won the upgrades or not. So we have to do our typical let's stand up and introduce ourselves. The only things that I took note from in this scene is you see Tucker is standing up and he announces that he's a chef. No sooner than he announces that, Lisa stands up and says, well, I'm a chef too. For me, that was strike one on Lisa. Because I'm keeping a Lisa tally. That was strike one on Lisa for me.
'Cause baby, who asked you?
You see what I'm
Where's
saying?
you? If you don't sit your pink hair behind down, ain't nobody asked you.
Like,
Talking
girl.
about so now we got competition. He ain't even want
That's what he
smoke.
said. He told us, I came to Big Brother to play, not to be in a cooking competition.
Like what? This ain't child. Sit down.
Um, let's see. She of course announces she's a chef, but she brought edible glitter. I'm like, okay, cool. Uh, Rubina
You want some
stands up.
glitter?
Right, you
Do you
want
want some
glitter?
glitter? You want glitter?
Let me
You want some glitter?
see.
Want
We
some edible
have
glitter?
Tucker and Rubina are both Filipino. Kenny lies about his career as an undercover cop. Tucker and Kenny are both Italian and from Boston. And then Cedric also lied about being in the Marines.
And a digital analyst. Wait, was
Well,
that
that's
he was in the
yeah, he was
Marine?
the digital
Oh,
analyst for the
the
Marine.
Marine Corps. Okay, okay, okay.
Um, why do people lie on these shows about what they do or who they are?
I think in the case of police officer, I can see why you would want to, although maybe not necessary.
Mhm.
However, data analysts, I would lie about that too because you're an analyst and you peep Cedric when Cedric and Kenny met. he immediately picked up on the fact that Kenny had an American flag tattoo. So he was like, that's like military cop affiliation. Cedric is smart. So I would lie about that too. I'm on Team Cedric right now. I'm not gonna lie.
I just
He's
wanted to
smart.
say, Kenny, have you looked in the mirror? You give off cop. I am very curious to know what your undercover cop sting looks like because you give off cop, sir. Cedric pegged you in 10 minutes.
Immediately, immediately. He
What
said,
are you
"Hey, how you
doing
doing,
here?
cop
What are you doing
officer?"
here?
Yeah. So I
So,
mean, I'm actually surprised that a majority of the cast is actually pretty honest with everything.
mhm,
The only ones who are lying are Cedric and Kenny, to my knowledge. So
mhm,
it's usually a lot more than that.
okay. So now, of course, at this time, there are way more alliances formed than just the couple that I noted as I was doing my watch through. You have these two, Matt and Kenny, talking and kind of bonding. Kenny kind of says in his confessional, actually, you see them two talking quite a bit in the house. At, before, yeah, you see them two talking quite a bit in the house, actually, or trying to talk. They have quite a bit in common. And then the ladies, this room is so pretty. Just
Yeah,
look at this
this is a
room.
nice
It is
room. I like
so
it a
freaking
lot.
cute. It's so Japanese blossom kind of sort of feel for me.
It
Um,
reminds me of Plastique's her design challenge, design runway, the cherry
yes,
blossom.
yes. Um, they talk about doing something, but you know, we know how these all girl alliances go, especially in Big
Down in
Brother.
flames.
They go very down in flames. So I have not many hopes about this alliance. I'll
What's
be honest
crazy
with
is
you.
that they're literally like, yeah, girl alliances never work. So let's make
Now,
it. Let's make
I
it
know
happen.
I said I wasn't going to tell a whole bunch, but I don't know if this is going to be shown. And I don't know if how long this particular five people alliance is going to last. But I have to tell you about this particular one that is now, that is called the barbershop. Well, it's the pendulum or the pentagram or something like that, but it might
The
get
pentagram.
renamed. Not the pentagram, it's
Oh, I was supposed
uh
to say
it's something with a P though. But they got to make sure for copyright production is shaken to make sure they can be just saying it's on Big Brother. So they may change the name. But it's Cam, Chelsea. Damn, now I got to pull my pull my picture back up.
hmm.
It's Cam, Chelsea, Rubina, Sakor, and Cedric. I'm with that. I am with that. Actually, I don't think
The
Takor
barber
is in
shop.
this. Brooklyn is in this. Brooklyn and Cedric are in this, and then you have Brooklyn and Cedric, and then you have Cam, Chelsea, and Takor. If I'm not mistaken, very much not mistaken.
Interesting. I wasn't expecting Brooklyn to be with them.
Hmm.
Um, why the barbershop?
And if it's not Takor, then it's Rubina that's in the group.
I see Rubina in that group for sure, for sure. Um, interesting.
I know, right? Well, I'm just happy to see that Chelsea and Cam and Cedric are kind of together because I want all three of them for all individual reasons to actually go far. Not very sure, not very confident on Cam, but we're gonna see. We are going to see.
I think he'll be a great filler, a strong filler.
We'll see. We are going to see, my dear. All right. So next, they are going being called individually into this room to speak with Ainsley to see if they have won the upgrades. Now it's time to reveal who, well, we know who won the upgrades. Now it's time for the house guests to find out if they have won the upgrades and what their upgrades will be. So we've already went through who said yes, who said no. Boom, boom, bam. Mackenzie goes into this room. Room is set up really, really cool. Like they spent some money on their setups this season, unless these are just some cheap ass props or something. This is a really, I'm really digging this whole
Yeah,
feel.
this is a wallpaper for sure, and the floor is probably the same. It's probably just a box, if all for all we know, because it's a house, but it this looks like a studio, low key. Like it might be connected to a studio, but I don't know. I've been wrong before.
I mean, I don't know. I was taking really kind of taking your word as like, oh, okay, this is what it is.
Well, that's definitely a wallpaper.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks cool on the television screen.
Yeah, no, it's very
Anywho,
nice.
Mackenzie finds out that she has won America's veto. She has 4 weeks to use this veto. Here's the kicker. So I am wondering why Mackenzie didn't kind of know something was else was amiss or around the corner for them to find out, because even when Ainsley tells Mackenzie about explains how to use the veto, she says you have 4 weeks to use this veto. However, once you use the veto, then America will vote, and the HOH will not put up another nomination. America will vote, and that vote or nomination will not be revealed until the next day live eviction. Okay? So, at that point is where I would have been like, but what you mean? Like, eviction, why we just not like we do the veto replacement ceremony like right after. So what you mean is, I would have, considering the twist that we're about to get into, for me, when Ainsley said that to me, it would have immediately got my wheels turning. Like,
Um, so the power of America's veto is basically you can use it at any time, whether you win the veto or not.
no,
And
she doesn't need it if she wins the veto. So let's say in the next 4 weeks, if she wants to save somebody else that's nominated, she can use America's veto, which means they come off the block. But in
America
typical
chooses
fashion,
who goes back
America chooses
on.
who goes back on. The kicker is you don't find that out to the next day, because one, you got to give America time to vote. That would have got my ears turning, because what do you mean? We typically vote. Like, I'd have just been like, I don't know. I'd have just I don't know. It would have got my ears turning. Like, okay, something else is amiss and right around the corner that we don't know about. Just me. This is my little 2 cents. I don't know.
Really? Something else? Like
Well,
what do
things
you
are different.
what would lead you? What would you what what
Well,
gives you the from that? What would give you the inkling
because she says
that something else is coming?
it won't be revealed until live eviction day, till right before the eviction, which means in my mind, I'm like, okay, so then that gives us no time to prepare, campaign, come up with a vote strategy, because we don't know who the fuck we voting for.
Right.
But then I guess considering she only can use it one time, then maybe that's not that big of a deal. But I just think my wheels would have been turning when she said that to me. I don't know. I just went off on a tangent and then lost it It's fine. Anywho, Quinn wins what I think is ultimately too much freaking power.
Mhm.
He has the HOH deep fake. And basically, with this, same rules. He has 4 weeks to apply it. But basically, somebody else can win HOH, but he'll really be HOH. Meaning, in secret, they'll create an AI of the person who one head of household, and he can make it say weird, rumors and things, and he'll actually be the one casting the nominations. And that one is very weird, confusing to me. I understand the concept. I just don't know how it's going to actually work, considering there's still going to be a person that's the HOH. So what are you going to go? Are they going to pull the actual HOH to the side and say, "Hey, you're really not the HOH," but like how is that going to work? Do you have any
Yeah.
thoughts or
What's funny is the first thing I thought was a scenario where the HOH is like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna put you up. I'm not gonna put you up. And then the deep fake comes out and is like, so I'm putting up this person and this person. And then the people are freaking out, and the actual HOH is like, I never said that. That's not me.
like that's what I don't understand. Like, so when this AI person is speaking, where is the actual house guest gonna be? Like, how does that
Yeah,
work?
yeah. I'm intrigued to see how it plays out. I would just have to see how it plays out.
I still think it's a lot of power though.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a lot. I
I'm
mean,
not gonna bend on that.
the other people should have voted for Ainsley to stay in the house.
I mean, it doesn't matter who won. I mean, either way, Ainsley was gonna get in. I think they just wanted this reason or an excuse to do the upgrade and downgrade thing. So
Yeah,
Ainsley it was gonna be AI either way it went. But I just think this HOH deep fake is just a lot of power.
power.
It's a lot of power. And then Mackenzie only has I mean, it's America's veto, but America
Is
crazy right now. Do you really trust America to be voting for it's a $750,000? We
she gotta
can't
be
even
one of
agree
her
on
closest
simple
allies.
shit.
No shade. I would just say that for myself. Unless, well, it just depends. It's just a game of chance
It is. I mean, it is. It is. It is. I just don't think the powers equate.
or equal.
Yeah. So, anywho, excuse us, y'all. We are yarning. We have had an extremely throwed off and long day
Okay.
of work. We still came home and got in front of the camera. So please
For
excuse
y'all,
us for y'all. Apologize if it's a little disrespectful or off-putting, but you can't win all the yarn battles. Okay, they win every time.
every
All right.
time.
So at this point it's day 3, guys. It's day 3 in the house. They've been in here for 3 days, and honestly, let's see. Of course, there were other little things that went on in the house. Of course, there are different people sitting around, chatting, having conversations. There is one conversation in particular. I mean, the rest of it is really not just that important or anything that stood out. But one conversation in particular that stands out, and I believe this conversation actually happened on day 2. They're in the bathroom. I do not know why all the house guests like to gather around in the bathroom. I don't know why there is a couch and shit in the bathroom so they could be in there talking to folks while they showering shit. Anywho, Matt is sitting on the couch. Angela's in there. She tells Matt, "You're gonna have showmans this summer." Like, she is just doing too
No, no,
much.
no, 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 no. First, Cam and Matt was saying how he needs like therapy or something like that, and Cam was like,
Uh,
"I got you," and she was like, "No, don't do nothing for him until after the competition." And she was like, I didn't mean, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, yeah, because
Gaga.
Rubina was like, "Ooh, Angela."
Everybody was gagging. It was like, what? Huh? Which is kind of like y'all can't tell that she's playing around for real. But at the same time, I do think that plus her energy from beforehand, which was very robust and excited and loud, which is very nice that you're pumped up and excited. But everybody is
It's not on that level of excitement, just or showing that
that,
level.
but also Big Brother. Like when you first get into the Big Brother house, you're you're like, yes, hey, how you doing? But on the inside, you're literally like
Clocking.
everything. So when you got somebody who's like, hey, da 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 in your face like that, she's attracting attention. She's doing too much.
Hmm.
So maybe you're
I
just
agree.
doing too much.
I agree. I agree. She has been on 12 since she's entered the house.
12.
I think she's cried twice at this point so far. So yeah, Angela is definitely trending, the talk of the town, the talk of the Big Brother house. She is in everybody's name, mouth conversation. She is everywhere.
Okay.
But she does call out Matt about him having a showman, so possibly having a showman. To which Matt feels slighted. He feels some type of way. He feels like she's trying to, put a target on his back. And of course, we get the confessional of, oh, I came here this season to, show what I have, not really be stereotype, blah, blah, blah. But I'm not gonna go too hard on Matt because it's enough people going hard on Matt in this Big Brother house, and my boy is having nervous breakdowns and can't take this shit. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pile it on. And he happened to come out and run across this video. I'm not gonna pile on you, sir. Okay?
I will say I don't like how even though Matt is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous human being, I
Said
don't
body.
like and Buddy is T. I don't like how the people in the house are like, oh, boo hoo, pretty boy. Like, hold on, like, listen, because like, if you felt slighted or if you felt some type of way, you would want somebody to listen to you if given the opportunity. So I just feel like going into the confessional talking about, oh, woe is you for the handsome guy. Da, da, ga, 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 ga. I don't think that's fair. If he was like, girl, I
Yeah.
felt slighted that I was stereotyped, I think that's valid because it is. He was stereotyped by a
And
middle aged white woman. That's not fair. Let's be
yeah,
real.
that's Vita turned around and said, "All right, Karen, have a good night." She'd have been crying.
Okay.
She'd have been crying. If you don't get your poster child for Karen looking ass out this dang on
I didn't come
bathroom,
here to be called a Karen. I'm not a Karen. I'm
you
not a
see what I'm
Karen.
saying? I'd have been like, exactly. I come here to be told just because I can't help how I look aesthetically that
Okay.
I'm gonna have a showman. Just like you can't help you look like a Karen. All
No.
all is all's fair in the BB house.
But then
And
she
now,
was
hey,
such
correction. I am not saying this lady is a Karen. Okay, let's be clear. I am not saying that. I
I am.
said
I was playing. I'm playing. No, I'm not.
I said she looks like the poster child for representation of what a Karen looks like, though.
I just said she was a middle aged
It's
white
the
woman. That's all I
khaki
said.
shorts with the belt and the button down plaid shirt. The button down plaid shirt, but tucked in the khaki shorts with the belt on for me. It was like Target
Oh my god.
outfit, Karen. That's all I said. It's her. You're not supposed to be out here barbecuing at this grill.
Do you have a wristband? You don't have a wristband. You can't get in. You can't get in. You don't have a wristband.
That's the one. That's the one. Sorry, Angela.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So I forgot to mention strike two for Angela. I mean, damn. For Lisa, strike two for Lisa is they're having breakfast and she comes out with her fucking edible glitter and it's supposed to be edible, but yet she's putting it all over everybody's face. Why?
And bodies.
Yeah, because she goes outside and the guys are outside. Boom. We forgot to talk about, we know every season we have a have nice room. So Ainsley did ask for volunteers. I have three. I do not know who the fourth one is. Cam, Tucker, and Matt volunteered. Oh, and Joseph.
Quinn.
Quinn. Was it Quinn?
Yes. To
Okay,
my
and Quinn.
memory.
They volunteered to go into the have not room. So they of course will have cold
I don't
showers,
know
slop.
why. I don't know why you would
Because he's
ever
a super fan.
volunteer. But even when the super fans got to the room, they was like, "Ooh," Quinn said, "Dang, anybody want to switch?" I would
He
never.
did. That was
I
okay,
would
so that was
never
Quinn.
put myself in that predicament.
Um well he said that he was hoping that by volunteering it would kind of win him some little points and people would keep him safe. Like,
This
no,
shit
you
don't ever
already
work.
on a limb. You already down. Let me just kick you on out the door. Is how I would see it.
I don't think anybody thinks about that. I don't think me, if I'm in a position of power, I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, you were a have not. You've had it hard." No, I'm gonna be like, "I don't know why you did that. You brought that on yourself. Now take this." Like that's not. I don't think that that's good strategy in my opinion. But if it makes people feel good and morally conscious, then I mean, hey, why not?
So,
Have not.
yeah. All right. So I forgot. Everybody's just around the house doing what they do, and Ainsley calls everyone back into the living room, and it is we're gearing up to go to the first HOH competition of the summer. However, my girl
Why
said,
is
as
it
if
that
me,
body?
hmm,
Ainsley low key got a figure. Okay,
and do
I see it.
legs and hips and
I
body say.
did.
I am going to insert that song right there where I sung it to. Anywho, she lets them know. Listen, so my AI, been doing some research and basically I found out that America or y'all, whoever,
America has a
y'all
problem.
won't dun, 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 dun. um like, stop. Anywho, she said y'all said y'all want some better elimination nights, right? Or eviction nights. So, with that being said, now the head of household is not going to nominate not one, not two, but three noms are going up for BB26. And I said, let's go. Let's go.
I
Let's
said,
go.
"Oh no, she did it.
I was
Oh
like,
no, she
listen,
did it."
y'all made me sit through the same episode twice, 2 nights in a row, and I tuned in live, which means I sat through the funky commercials because I'm a streaming, straight to streaming service type of chick. And that shit was boring. Part three started off kind of boring. But when she said this, I was like, all right, let's go. Let's play the game. Let's play
Hmm.
Big Brother.
That's when the players
So
woke up.
this is how it's gonna go because y'all know with the nominations you have a chance to save yourself with the
Power
veto
veto.
competition, right? Here's the thing: when somebody wins in the veto competition and if it's used, somebody else goes up. Somebody else just goes up.
Somebody
So
did
it's
what?
gonna somebody else still
Oh,
go up. However, on live eviction night, now this is where the twist of the season comes because once they get done with the power of veto, and if it's used or not used, yeah, so if it's used or not, somebody else goes up. So now you have originally, before the veto competition, have started campaigning for three. It's three people that's up there. You got your mind on, right? So then you go to the veto, somebody comes off the block, somebody else goes on. So now you got a third person to add to your list. Okay. On eviction day, they're going to go into the BBAI arena and play a live game. Probably gonna be a 3-minute game that we see on camera, or that they're gonna have because it's gonna be live. And whoever wins that gets to save themselves. Right after that is evictions. Are you cast your vote. So technically, they're not gonna have their choices of who to vote for until 30 minutes before it's time to vote, if that. So this is a whole new twist and layer to the game. It's kind of gonna have to be like hone in on somebody to vote, and that's it. Or it's gonna be a hell of a lot of strategizing in this house. They're gonna have to come up with
Yeah.
plan A, B, and a contingency plan. And you don't know the contingency. You don't know who's coming off. So
And it makes backdooring tougher.
it's gonna make backdooring people very, very tough. Um, they should. They should. Brooklyn's like, this isn't fun, guys.
Yeah, she
Rowena
was
is
looking
looking
freaking out.
like
She's everybody is shook.
they are shooketh. So now it's time for the first HOH competition of the season, and we get our mascots. They got J's on, so they ain't doing too bad. I have seen worse costumes. I feel like I've seen worse mascots in Big Brother.
You said they got
I
J's on.
That's what they was playing in the show. Fool. They was saying like, are those Jordans?
I am
I'm
hollering.
just being funny,
I
guys. I'm
thought you.
not
I
being
thought you.
serious. No,
No,
I'm
I know
not
you
being
wasn't being
serious. I was waiting on
serious.
you to respond so I could say I'm not for real,
I
fool.
know you wasn't being serious, but I was like, no, she didn't just say that they got their J's on.
Hey.
I mean, yeah, I like them. It's funny. It's cute.
Yeah, it's actually cool. It's like the little chip to play on the little AI. I mean, it's all AI. So we're in the Big Brother arena. And this HOH competition, I didn't get. It's called New Rule. That's the name of the game. I was going to say I didn't get the name of the game. It's right here in my face. Um, round one. This is played in 4 rounds. So round one is very simple. You guys are standing there. Choose a team of 3. You and your team go choose a different. Lock in on a side of this little block down here. That means 2 people will not be chosen. 2 people will be sitting out. And Mackenzie and Tucker are the first 2 to sit out. So they're right off the rip, they're eliminated. How you feel about that?
I don't care.
You don't care? You don't you these aren't your
Yeah, I don't have no problem or
no ties to them.
ties. Yeah, that's the word I'm thinking. I don't have no ties to them. I don't have no feelings about either of these people in the moment. In the moment, but I mean, I think Mackenzie is a cool person. Because she won, and but I just sorry.
No. Okay. All right. So round 2 is gonna be a group score. Each person's gonna have this little kind of semi air hockey ish a little. They have to, slide it up there. If it goes off the board, it's 0. Of course, at the end, team with the highest score wins, and then what they'll do is they get to eliminate any other team of their choosing. So, let's see who won. Matt, Tucker, and Quinn win, and this is who they choose to eliminate on the first round. So now we are with 5, 7, 9 players down. Round 3, they compete against their teammates, and let me see. And then yeah, so the remaining teams are going to compete against each other actually. And then whoever has the highest score will go on to the final round, that fourth round where everybody is playing against one another. Highest score wins, but you must land on an odd number. And again, if it rolls off, it's zero. The last three players are Angela, Kenny, and Leah. Leah goes first. She gets 26. Okay.
Lucky
Angela
number.
goes. It is her lucky. Goes to say her. It is her lucky number, and I think she said her birthday is on the 26th as well. So she can't get away from that number.
She's 26. She turned 26
Did she turn
on the
26 on the
26th.
26th? She turned 26 on the
I
26th, and
think
then she
so.
landed on
And it's
26.
big brother.
26 took her
Yeah.
out, and it's Big Brother 26. Um, Angela is going for 19, lands on 23. And
Let's wait, wait, wait,
again,
wait, wait. Because you didn't see. Did you when you went and got back screenshots? Did you see that part? Did you
mhm,
see where the
she
puck
said,
was
I'm
at?
going for 19, but her puck ended at 23.
When
It
you
went
say in,
past the 19. It landed on 23, however.
okay, so it doesn't have to be like majority on it as long as it's touching the other number. You're
Oh,
right. You didn't
I
make the
didn't, yeah, I
graphic.
didn't see, yeah, I didn't see that part. I just, they put her total
It just
points
looked
on the
like
screen.
to me when I was watching it,
Mhm.
it looked like it was she overshot just a little bit, and that she was on the 19 more than the 23 or something like that. But yeah, uh,
Well, even if she'd have got 19, she still could have won because that's the even odd number. It has to
you're
still be an
right.
odd number.
And Kitty didn't do good.
Yeah. Kenny does not
So
do well. Needless to say, Angela is our first head of household for the summer, guys. And let's wait till Wednesday of this week to see what we are shown. And I promise you, if y'all they do not give y'all all of the Angela dramatics that have gone on in this house since she has won head of household, I will be back here. Maybe a extremely long video, or we may have to
on
just do
dramatic.
a Big Brother After Dark segment because guys, it's good. It's good. It's really good. So we're gonna focus on what they shown us this episode so far. Um, you know, it's the end of it's HOH, it's the normal things. So we have a couple people sitting around out here. So it is Joseph, Matt, Chelsea, Kenny, and Lisa. And Matt is telling his story. He's actually told this story quite a few times at this point in the house about what happened between him and Angela. And this is where Malik has he was talking about it previous you were
Who?
Malik,
Oh,
you were
oh,
talking about it previously when you said that they were, doing the confessionals about woe is me, Matt, blah, blah, blah. It came from this scene where he was talking to them. They don't feel
yeah.
no ties way because they're like, even if you felt some type of way, you shouldn't have said it in front of this many people. And
Which I mean, I don't see why. I don't. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's so just. In my opinion, that is so disrespectful. Because Angela did that to Matt in front of a bunch of people. So how are you going to come to me and then say when I'm talking to you, talking to a group of who 1, 2, 3, 4 out of how many 16?
mhm.
Girl, get the fuck out of my
That's I'm
face.
that listen, that's what she
These people,
said in her
these people
confessional.
are
She
fake.
was like,
These
"You
people are
said it in
fake.
front of." I agree. Don't trust nobody.
I'm not. I know. I'm not mad
Trust
at
no
you. I'm
one, my
just saying
friend.
these people. These people I can't with. Okay, these four are on my list now. And Matt, I want you to do better than each and every one of them.
So
Sorry,
Chelsea is
Chelsea.
on your list. Damn, Chelsea.
Sorry, so sorry. She should have been real.
Mm. Well,
But they trying to play like to the strengths of the current HOH. And I don't know. That's just
she is because
especially
let's keep in mind. Chelsea said in episode 2 when they were talking alliances, or maybe at the beginning of this episode when they were talking about the female alliance, she was like, my game is downgraded. So I'm anywhere, yeah, I do this girls alliance, but I'm gonna be over here seeing you want me in your alliance.
hmm
So she already is kind of playing a little all over the place, and I don't really know where her loyalties lie, but I feel like she has really deep loyalties at this moment, like from what we're seeing episode 1, 2, and 3, deep loyalties to Angela, because when Angela moved out of the room, she was all over her and this mama and this and that. So that is probably
her
why
and
she said
Cedric.
that, because next scene we get is Joseph going right to Angela and having this conversation. So maybe, just maybe, part of what she was saying in her confessional was be careful who you saying these things around, because you never know who's gonna go run back and tell them. Meaning, I'm probably gonna go run back and tell her too.
hmm
So that
Joseph, I'm
is
disappointed. That is rat behavior.
Well, he said that he wanted to tell her because he's supposed to be aligned with her, and if somebody else tells her, he don't, you know how these people play these games. Well, why didn't you come tell me first? It's like, well, damn.
I'd have been like, girl, he was venting to me. No shade. Why would I? And I don't know. That's just I don't know. Maybe, but
I can see you in the Big Brother house. Literally, I can see myself watching you tell somebody that, like,
it's
do you not know what a private conversation is?
like literally
Or a
like
game, outside of a game conversation? Do you not know what a private conversation is? Venting.
maybe I'm just too real for these people. I don't know. I'm
I
not. I'm
want to
definitely
find
not a
out.
rat.
All right. So speaking of rats, this dude go rats on himself. Exactly what you just said. Playing up to the current HOH, and Quinn takes his ass in the HOH room and tells freaking Angela that he got to dang on what is it? Deep fake HOH.
hmm
Now, good thing that comes out of this currently is they form a final two. But it's like, really? You think y'all still gonna make it to the final two? And she won the first HOH, but that's throwing hockey pucks, okay? That's playing air hockey.
And that goes so crazy to me. Like when you get on Big Brother and the first HOH comes up, people be so quick to, okay, I'm with you. I'm rolling with you. I'm doing whatever you need me to do
Mhm.
because it's the first HOH. And the second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week come around, this person ain't been HOH since, and y'all over here allied with the loser.
I would like to think I would be playing my game currently the way Kenny is playing the game. He's making small, subtle connections with people. He's in groups, but he's laid back, not really talking much game. But just kind of, you see me, but you don't really see me. I'm not really a bother, but you
Always
think
within
I'm a
the
threat, but I'm always around. That's how I would like to kind of play like my first maybe 2 weeks. If I
yeah.
could, I would be a worker bee, meaning I would clean or cook. I would have one of my things in the house would be a service type of thing. I would be a service type of thing. I don't want to say too much on the cleaning because I know how I am with cleaning. I'll clean up behind you for about a week. But on the 7th day, I'm a rest. And you gonna
Okay.
get your ass up and clean up because it's gonna be like a switch gonna click and I'm a spaz. And so I don't think I would want to take on that, because then if I spaz out, now I'm really out of here. I'm out. So
Right.
that would be my strategy. So anywho, all right, y'all. let's go ahead and just kick off the drum where the drama for this season is going to start. It starts, well, it started in that bathroom, but this is really where it's going to start. This conversation, if you are Angela, started off decent. It started off with her trying to clear things up with him and let him know, like, hey, I just put my foot in my mouth. I'm just excited. She was like, I was just excited. I could just already see the showmans and excited. I get to be here, witness it firsthand and seeing it on TV. And I just blabbed it. Shouldn't have done it, right? Here is where I am conflicted. Second watch through, Matt says, you doing that made me feel like you were pinning a target on me. And if that was the case, like, he runs down the things he would have been prepared to do, but still wrong mistake, because he basically says, if you'd have put me up, I have two chances to save myself. I'm pretty sure I'd have saved myself from one of them, and I'm pretty sure I have the numbers to save
Beat to
myself.
win the vote.
And it was like, no.
Yeah. Why would you
Just
say that? That was unnecessary.
why would you say that? But here's the thing, I can understand him saying that if he made it very clear that, thank you for clearing this up, because I was prepared and thinking that I had to do these things, not
Scaring
this
the
is
woman.
what you scaring the woman. But he also, what I took from this is he
She
also
said,
can't
"You're
do
scaring me."
social cues, because that's what she was saying. She was like, you're scaring me. Like, no,
Yeah,
don't say that.
you're scaring me. I felt bad for her when she said that. That's so terrible. Oh, I did. I really did, because in that moment, because only because I may not fuck with Angela for real, but I know her intentions are pure, and I know that at heart she's in the house. She's trying her best to be, to play. In my opinion, she's trying her best to play honest game. So her being like, "You're scaring me." It's like, oh, not her getting scared by this freaking beautiful, gorgeous, statuesque macho man.
Mm, yeah. Well, that conversation goes nowhere.
Yeah,
And it is
basically a stalemate.
it is a stalemate. It ends in a stalemate, and it is going to be the contention of a lot of things to go on to come. Now, next is, and the final thing that we have to talk about is the nomination ceremony. Before I put them up, who did you think? Let's go with, who did you think she was going to nominate first? Who did you think she was putting up?
Angela, um, I thought she would put up Lisa. I thought before at the top of the episode, I thought that the people that were going to be up were Angela and Lisa, and then Angela went HOH. So I was like, okay, well, I definitely think it's gonna be Lisa. After that conversation, I thought there was a chance that Angela would feel a type of way and actually like try to call Matt's bluff and put him up. And the third person, I don't know. I really don't. I didn't understand why she did Kenny. I'm not surprised that she did Kenny.
So I thought she was for sure going to put up Matt. Kenny, because she said Kenny, and then Lisa, because that was more of like a house consensus type of thing. I didn't really mention it, for those of you who are watching or listening. I didn't really mention that, throughout her so far of her household journey, head of household, she has different people have come into the house, in the room, and she spoke with them and tried to ask their opinions, who would they put up, who are they thinking. So she did make a few moves and speak to a few people. So from that she got the consensus. That left me feeling she was going to choose Lisa from their conversations. Kenny straight out of her mouth, and then I thought she was gonna pick. I had her picking Matt from based on that conversation, and that went nowhere.
Hmm.
So we're at the nomination ceremony, and the nominees are Lisa, Chemo, and Kenny. Was very shocked by Chemo.
Yeah, that came out of
Very.
left field. That's got to be her like third option. Like, I'm gonna
I
get
hope
you out of
so.
here.
Well, she said as long as she doesn't care who comes off, as long as Kenny stays on there.
Oh,
As long as
really?
Kenny stays on. Yeah, she's gunning for Kenny. Probably because he's the one that's closest to her in age. She want to maybe get rid of the her personal competition or something. I am not sure, but um,
You know what's funny? She
I'm
was
okay if he
really like
goes.
bawling her eyes out doing that nomination, but then in her confessional, she was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this cat. Yeah, y'all gonna get the ball about the house." Like, girl, so fake,
Like, pick up your vibe. What are you doing? Are you mad? What are we doing here?
so
Damn. What are
fake.
we doing here?
You are so fake.
Um, she used it pissed me off because she used the excuse I hadn't talked much game with you. I don't like that excuse. I do not. Just say what it is. I don't know you. I don't not I hadn't talked much game with you. I mean,
But I
everybody
mean,
don't
that's
really
like
reveal
the
their game.
that's the Big Brother equivalent of saying I don't know you though.
Okay.
I haven't established that connection with you the way I've established the connection with the rest of the house. Is those are Big Brother? I think those are Big Brother nomination
Oh, okay.
words.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So like, yeah,
Help
yeah.
me out so I don't be
Like
over
saying
here
I
saying the
haven't
wrong
talked much
things.
game with you isn't necessarily like building an alliance or talking strategy as much as it is like just saying, "Hey, my name is so and so. I'm so and so. I do this. I used to do that too." Da 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 da. Like, establish that connection.
Okay.
In my
Okay.
opinion,
They say that on a couple of other I've been hearing that, so it grinds my ears. But if this is an actual Big Brother thing, I'm rocking with it. Although, however, I'm just saying, boo, you could have made a couple of,
other decision. Yeah,
couple of other people outside of Chemo that are very unproblematic that you could have chosen. Now, if he is a pawn in your game, then I'm okay with him being a pawn because out of Lisa and Kenny, and this is just based off of if these were the actual people that they were to have to choose from. Because now we still got the veto, and then we got AI
I think Lisa's
competition.
going home.
You think Lisa?
I think
I
Lisa's
hope
going
so.
home.
I listen as a first vote, not like that, but as a first vote, I'm cool with her going home. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna edible glitter us
You
all
said
summer?
what you said. You
I
hope
did.
Lisa goes home. You don't want her in that house, and you don't want her touching that 750K boots. She can go win that on MasterChef.
That part. You and your glitter can go.
And your edible glitter. Do you want
You
some
and your
glitter?
edible glitter.
Do you want some glitter?
No. No, I don't. Everything I know about glitter say don't get that shit in your eye, you'll be blind. That's what I was taught about glitter. Okay. That's what
Do
they told
you want
me as a
some
kid
glitter?
playing with glitter. No. Uh Anywho, y'all,
She
that
came around my
has
face without a
been
spanker hand.
right. That has been your week recap of Big Brother. Sorry for the long video, but this is 3 episodes that we are fitting into one.
Okay.
It's no way we could do these one by one. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Before we get out of here, we will go ahead and give our usual grade rating of the episodes. I guess let's just do a total, just overall first week of Big Brother. What are you giving it?
Um, of all 3 episodes, I'll
Yeah,
give
just
it.
the overall consensus.
I'll give it a B because of episode 3. If episode 3 wasn't good, it would be a C.
Okay, because I'm at a C.
Oh wow,
I'm at a
really?
C because you made me rewatch the same episode over twice. And you made me wait all the way to the third episode for some good meat and potatoes. Like, we could have moved both sets of house guests in on the first day. We could have condensed all the first episode into the first episode. We could have, you know, we could have got a
Yeah.
little, just a little more, because we still hadn't, just let's be clear, out of what we've seen, we hadn't really got much of house guests and strategy and in the house per se without them doing a bunch of different things. Like, they've had to go find out their advantages, then we had the HOH competition, and it was something, I don't know. I'm just ready to just get a full episode of either strategy and, going back and forth, or I don't know. I'm ready for next week's, this current week cycle of BB.
I'm ready for
I'm
new HOH.
Yeah, that too. Well, listen, here's the thing. We hadn't really seen everything that this HOH has given, honey.
We
We've
haven't, but
only
I'm
seen
already
the
tired of it.
nomination ceremonies. I'm ready to see the veto competitions and what AI Arena Stadium that competition is gonna give. So
Yeah.
you only have a few days until we find out. I will be waiting patiently. I don't know if I'm gonna sit through lives anymore, but
Never did.
I will be watching, and I'll have screenshots for you guys next Monday nights when we record again and all of that good stuff. But I have gotten spoiled from the streaming world. The accessibility of just turning on turning it on and watching it, no commercials, just a like 2 second
Mm-hmm.
flash out.
You do
Chef's
wonders, don't
kiss.
it?
Chef's kiss to the streaming services. But yeah, we will go ahead and get out of here, guys. As always, I am your girl Shay.
I am your boy Malik.
This has been your week 1 recap of Big Brother 26. Before you guys go, make sure you hit that like button on your way out if you have not already. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting on. I say this all the time, but I don't know what you're waiting on. If you have not checked out any of our other reviews and recaps, please do yourself a favor and go check them out. We are currently wrapping up Drag Race All Stars season 9. And then we have I'm doing College Hills season 3 Celebrity Edition. We did a full season of The GOAT. It was a new show on Amazon Prime and Freevee. And yeah, we have a couple more shows getting ready to come out. So go check us out. That's gonna do it, guys. Peace out.
Peace out.